I call the member for Hull.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. On the subject of young people and the contribution that they make, I rise tonight to talk about some very special young people from my electorate and my surrounding region and some of the thoughts that they've had. The City of Casey has a very large number of young people, Madam Deputy Speaker, and the 2006 census had the total number of young people between 10 and 25 at about 59,953. I'm sure, given that it's 5 years since that census was taken, that it's many more than that now. This is a significant cohort of young people. This is the future of our community and it's the future of our country. And the opinions of these people actually matter. What's concerned me for some period of time in my electorate and the surrounding region is the way in which our young people have been categorised and the pressures that our young people are under, because there are obviously a very large number of young people that live in the area. And often in my electorate and in the national media, if, say, a young person, a young man, conducted a party which came to the national attention, that's front and centre in the national media. But talk about the many constructive things that our young people do, the contributions that they make to our community, and you never read about it. So what does that say as a message to our young people? That if you don't do something bad, that you shouldn't be reported upon, that your opinions don't matter, that your values don't matter, that we actually don't want to hear you. So what I did as part of National Youth Week is I asked some of our City of Casey young student leaders, 2011 City of Casey student leaders and 2012, to meet with me, to tell me about the issues that concern them, to make sure that their voices would be heard. And you know, the irony was, Madam Deputy Speaker, and the age, this is the age, isn't it, the communication age, or allegedly the communication age of Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, Google+, you name it. At a push of a button you can communicate with anyone. And yet in this torrent of communication devices, when you talk to our young people in the community, they're often very alone. They feel very isolated. They feel very unheard. And that was one of the key messages that I took from the meeting that I had in my office on the 10th of April. And I wanted to talk and name these young community leaders that I spoke to: Catherine Hazel, Tanisha Beveridge, Shabnam Safa, Daniel Rothwell, Luke Pell, Amanda Karen, Justin Jaramillo and Amelia Stefanovic. They're great young leaders in our community, and they are meeting and facing incredible challenges from within their community. And they represent their community, the City of Casey, extremely well. One of the issues, and a number of issues that, as I said, that they've discussed, and what really concerned me, that one of the issues that came out loud and hard was that they are being required to define who they are as people at age 16 and 17. Now, when we were growing up, Madam Deputy Speaker, and we won't sort of talk about our age here, but I didn't feel that pressure. I didn't basically have to have my life mapped out when I was 16 and 17, but we're asking our young people to do that. How fair is that for them? Because they certainly feel it's not fair. They've been asked to sort of behave a certain way. There's enormous peer pressure. They've got to wear certain clothes. They've got to drink at a younger age. There's a lot of bullying that they're being subjected to. And one of the most disturbing things in terms of their mental health and well-being, that I'm hearing story after story of young people that know young people that have taken their own lives. And that was one of the things in that group, a young group of young people with their lives before them, that they had been touched by colleagues and friends that had committed suicide at such a young age. What is it saying? In fact, I've been contacted by a young student leader about another suicide that's happened a couple of days ago. What is going on in our community? We know the issue of youth suicide is an incredibly important issue. Governments pay attention to it. But our young people are still dying, and that's not good enough. One death is too many. We have to do whatever we can in this place to listen to our young people, to ensure that their voices are heard, so that we don't have this situation continuing where young people feel they have no alternative but to take their lives. And so I have said to our young community leaders that I would pass that message on. They also were talking about the pressures that they have in Year 12 to get that enter score, that elusive university score, again to define themselves, and they're being asked to define themselves by do they go to university? Even when they're seeking part-time work, do they have a university degree? Are they studying? That is enormous pressure for young people in our community to be put under, and it's not fair pressure. We weren't subjected to that. So can I say to our young community leaders, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We were going to listen to them. I'm going to continue to have these forums, and we're going to make sure their voices are heard in this community and in this place.